God, it's not nice. But we ask you, God, that you is the one that look down and you is the one, oh God, every parents this morning, oh God, that doesn't have something to give the children. Oh God, I'm asking you, God, to provide. It's hard, it's tough, but God, you are more than God. You are God of love. You are God of knowledge. You are God of understanding. You are God that provide, oh God. We ask you to bless every heart. We ask you to keep us. We ask you to watch over us. As we commit this day before you, we ask you to bless us in Jesus' name. Amen and amen.
Amen and amen. Good morning. Goodbye. Take care of yourself.
Good morning, Mr. Andrew Donald. Morning, sir. Bye.
All right, take care. Good. It's real. It's 91. Good morning. It's Thursday. It's agriculture. Today, you better believe that we talk everything that we can about agriculture. BJ should be joining us a little later on this morning. Stay with us, friends.
Little England, you asked for a store that speaks to quality and we gave you. Now, you have started asking for brands and we have brought them in for you. Little England has all the brands you're looking for. Washing machines. We have Hoover, Indesit, Beko and Candy at the best possible prices. Deep freezers, fridge freezers, all sporting the Sharp and Hoover brand. Microwaves of top quality, Panasonic and Kenwood. We stock the best in smart TVs, JVC, Sharp and Panasonic. Now listen, this electric and top stove kettles, steam and non-steam irons, toasters, Bluetooth speakers, phone charger and cables, including wireless chargers, top brand names in blenders, solar lights, for both inside and out. The only appliance we do not stock is a transformer, because all our appliances are for the authentic power source to 20 volts. So check us out at Little England. We aren't so small after all. Little England, located Main Street to Tears. Call us on 458-4111. That number again, 458-4111.
RENDEC Community Partnership Initiative.
The classrooms that were refurbished as a result of this project really were not conducive to installing ICT into the classroom. Many of the windows were not functional. The security to the actual rooms themselves were insufficient. At the Maribor campus, the roof was also termite infested. The college is extremely appreciative of the contribution of GrenLink to this project to really enhance learning through the use of information and communications technology.
Hungry, anyone? You heard about it, and it's finally here. Velma's Restaurant and Bar, located High Street, Sateras in St. Patrick. They're open from 6 a.m. until midnight. Breakfast is available from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. On the menu is roast bake, sawfish, and many mouth-watering items. Lunch is a close second, with items that can be grilled to your satisfaction. We have steamed fish and other seafoods too. For the health-conscious ones, we provide vegan and vegetarian dishes. Looking for something that will hit the spot? From 5 p.m. until close, come and enjoy our burgers and fries. At Velma's, we cater and host parties. We have an on-site bakery where you can place your orders for fruitcakes and other pastries. We also have local juices. Listen to Real FM for your daily menu to place your order in advance. Call us at 419-5622. That number again, 419-5622. Velma's Restaurant and Bar. Come eat lunch with us.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent, perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines, yet suitable for your hand wash, soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents: soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
Do you know, when you play the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Macnic?
Hi, I am Junior Murray, cricket coach, sports enthusiast, and a former West Indies cricketer. I endorse the games of the NLA 100%. For the past 40 years, the NLA has been funding many sporting activities, including competition for schools and clubs, and for athletes to participate in overseas tournaments such as the Carifta Games and regional cricket tournaments. Additionally, they made it possible for you, the public, to view local, regional, and international tournaments from the comfort of your homes. For those reasons, I play the game of the NLA. Even if I do not win, I know Grenada always wins.
Yes. When you play all the games, the NLA in turn supports sports, culture, and nation-building activities throughout the Tri-Island state.
Where would you go to get screened for cancer? The city. So, where would you go to get a biopsy done? The city, of course. Well, I have news for you. Dr. Nuruka Moya Santos, an oncologist located at Gladstone Road in Granville, St. Andrew, at room number 5, will be able to assist you. She provides general assessments, including tumor screening. Children, teenagers, women, and men can visit. She is a comprehensive family doctor. She also offers pap smears, home visits, and provides palliative care. Her work is supplemented by the efficiency of Alice Labs in St. Andrews and Fit for Life Clinic in Grandans. Her hours of operations are 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Eliminate the stress of traveling and visit our Dr. Santos Health Office in your neck of the woods. You can walk in or call for an appointment at 449-7926 or 422-4721. Tomar, La Salud, and Sirio. Take your health seriously.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You couldn't live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. Lord. We used to ship 20 hectares all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution. We used to use up all the food that...
Yeah, good morning. I'm here. I don't think I'm not here. I'm here. Well, I'm the drumstick this morning, right? That you had like a shower of blessings that past the capture drumsticks. Drums are happening. It's like drums, oh, where you did. Let me get my headphones. Yeah, I'm organizing that right now. Got it. Boom, got that. So, good morning. It's a Thursday morning. I have an interview today at 10 o'clock though. Yeah, BJ usually at this morning. Yeah, on Thursday morning, BJ usually stop by, so we can talk a bit about this and talk a bit about that and talk a bit about the other. I got this. Wow, loads of friends logged in this morning already. Say good morning. Good morning to each and every one of you. As usual, peace, love, and harmony to all in beautiful Grenada. And that's coming from Goddess Bella. Goddess, I find you just hide. Every time you take out a picture, you're hiding your face. What happened? You such a beautiful lady. What's wrong with you, man? Stop that thing. Yeah, come on. It's Thursday morning, and she loves Thursdays because she likes talking about agriculture. She likes listening, as a matter of fact, to our chats on agriculture. I continue to hear. Yeah, I continue to hear, but I ain't seen nothing. I continue to hear, but I ain't seen nothing. And let me just send a message to all those of you who thinking about coming to Grenada for the Christmas holidays. Carl Caton will have a lot of peppers. Yeah. And that short shower this morning would have done him fine on the farm. I believe if it did rain in his area, it would have done him really, really fine on the farm. But he's planning to. I spoke to him yesterday about the farm, and he said that things are coming along nice so as to have peppers ready for. Yeah. Things are coming along really, really great so as to have peppers ready for the Christmas. Yeah. I can't find my glasses, and I'm having serious problems. Serious problems, honestly. I can't find my glasses. Alban Griffith, good morning to you, baby daddy. What's up, Faith Lynn? And that's Hallie Douglas girl. What's up? What's taking place? I ain't hear from you. I ain't seen you. All right, Michelle Alexander, how are you doing? Great. Nice that you're popping in, and have a great day yourself. Claude Abraham. I gotta say good morning to you, Claude Abraham, and also good morning to Adrian Watts. Shirley Scarrett, it's been a couple of days I didn't hear from you, Shirley. Top of the morning to you and Christine Otley. Hi, and how you doing? And Gemma Ward, all the way down on the south of the island, I believe somewhere in Grannans Valley or in Frequente. Could be one of those. And also Gillian Noel, and we say good morning now to Drumsticks. Good morning, Drums.
Hello, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to the nation. A reading from the Word of God, Psalm 95. Oh, come, let us sing unto the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving and make a joyful noise unto him with psalms. For the Lord is a great God and a great King above all gods. In the hands are the depth places of the earth. The strength of his heels is his also. The sea is his, and he made it, and his hands formed the dry lands. O come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. Today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your heart, as in the province and as in the days of temptation in the wilderness. This is the end of the scripture reading.
And thank you very much, and have a great morning, my dear.
You have a nice day.
Okay, great. Bye-bye. Good morning to Jerome Lewis and Antonito. Way, I haven't seen you for a minute, son. Everything good with you? Oh, so Gemma, you live in the Grand Dance Housing Scheme area. Okay, thank you, my dear. All right. So, and Antonito say just pop in briefly to say hello. Antonito, like you get a work, boy. Yeah, you find a job. So now you are gainfully employed, Antonito. That's good. That's absolutely wonderful that you are gainfully employed, my brother. Stay with us. This is Real FM.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one. Yes, the number.
Pat is in Cape James. How are you doing?
Oh yes.
Is it raining in Union Island this morning? Looks a bit overcast still. I'll have to check to see if it's raining.
Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan.
If you're looking to improve or maintain your health, look no further. We have a general practitioner right here on Main Street Sates in the Kwezi. Dr. Guerra, a gynecologist and surgeon who specializes in women's health. She offers lab tests, blood, pap smears, prostate cancer, and stool tests. Consultation for pregnant women from beginning to end. Surgeries, which includes hysterectomy, tying of tubes, vaginal shrinking. You can also call for an appointment at 423-3352 or our landline at 444-4272.
Prepare for hurricane. Prepare for hurricane. Make sure you have your radio and your batteries too. Waterproof flashlight candles will do. Tin stuff, garbage bag, first aid kit. Come on, people, make sure you have it. Clean water in a container and a hurricane plan. Hear me, no man.
Hurricane damage is beyond your control. Surviving the aftermath is up to you. Have a hurricane plan. It can save your life and your family too.
Prepare for hurricane. Your hair, prepare for hurricane.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and coming soon, our Grandand sub-office. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, your financial security is guaranteed. M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one. Yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man jack this and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer.
Blessings Variety Store, located in Main Street, Sates, St. Patrick's, in the Kwezi Building number 2. We cater for you from head to toe. Men, women, and children. Clothing, shoes, bags, accessories, and much more. We also cater for your household, such as mat sets, sheet sets, bathroom, and more. Don't you miss it. Come check us out. Blessings Variety Store, and be blessed with the best. Our motto is to be a cheerful giver and give generously, and it will come back to you 100-fold. Because God loves a cheerful giver. Blessings Variety Store, providing high-quality products for people like you.
I remember when this beach was really wide, a place to picnic and play cricket.
And we used to go up to the end to get away from all the people. Now all the beach gone.
Coastal erosion. When the sea starts to come in and take the land away, everyone loses something.
Granny, look how the waves are washing right under that house.
Coastal erosion. It's a hazard. Hazards. Take control. Reduce your loss. What can you do to help stop coastal erosion? For one, don't drive four-wheel vehicles on seaside dunes. They loosen sand and destroy binding vegetation, causing erosion. Find out more about coastal erosion and other hazards at your local disaster office. A message from your National Disaster Office and Sedera.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
The National Lotteries Authority is a proud sponsor of many cultural activities within the Tri-Island state of Grenada.
My name is Anderson Matterson, also known as Leftist, and I'm a calypsonian and string band music player from Carrico. I support the games of the National Lottery Authority because culture benefits tremendously. Annually, the NLA supports the Carrico and Pittimatney Carnival, the Carrico String Band Music Festival, and all regattas, among other activities. When I play the game of the NLA, I can see where my money goes, and it's an investment into our culture.
Yes, Grenada, when you play the games of the NLA, you enable us to invest in the skills and talents of our people in the areas of sports, culture, and nation building.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture?
Let's continue to move in the morning time. 26 after 7 o'clock. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning to you, Andre, and good morning to our listeners of Real FM. Let's take a look at the weather for today, Thursday, the 21st day of September 2023. At Punchaline, it is cloudy with some showers and thunder. A moderate breeze from the southeast at 13 miles per hour. The barometric pressure is 1012.1 millibar, which is below normal and rising. The present temperature, 24.7 degrees Celsius, relative humidity, 95%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 33.2 degrees Celsius and the minimum last night, 26.5 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, we had 0.2 millimeters of rain. The total for the month so far, 5.0 millimeters. Now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carrico, and PT Martinique Valley for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with some light to moderate, brief to widely scattered showers, and the isolated thunder improving during the evening. Today's maximum temperature should reach 30.5 degrees Celsius. The wind should be east-northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. The sea should be slight to moderate with waves 2 to 4 feet in open waters. The tide is currently rising, will be high at 8:15 a.m. and low at 2:15 p.m. Sunset today 6:03. Sunrise tomorrow 5:56. To repeat the forecast, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with some light to moderate, brief to widely scattered showers, and the isolated thunder improving during the evening. From the Maurice Bishop International Airport, Jason Roberts reporting.
Thank you very much, Jason. Have a wonderful day, my brother, yourself, and all the other workers at the Maurice Bishop International Airport. Grenada.
Like they want to.
Oh, let me tell you, this morning, remember I told you I had that interview at 10 o'clock. Yeah, we still do. And in studio, we're going to have BJ in a while, but already Dalton is here. You remember Dalton? Dalton is usually here with Dr. Entwine. But Dalton will tell you where Dr. Entwine is. I'm not at liberty to say that. I don't even know where he is. But so we'll be having Dalton and a couple of ticks, and we'll be talking about the spices and what's happening, how the organization is going, and what they're doing, if anything different at this particular point in time. We'll take a commercial break and we'll be back.
Grendek Community Partnership Initiative.
The classrooms that were refurbished as a result of this project really were not conducive to installing ICT into the classroom. Many of the windows were not functional. The security to the actual rooms themselves were insufficient. At the Maribor campus, the roof was also termite infested. The college is extremely appreciative of the contribution of Grendek to this project to really enhance learning through the use of information and communications technology.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantimel in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
The Grenada Tourism Authority, GTA, invites all tourism operators to apply for the renewal of license to operate in the industry under the GTA Act No. 42 of 2013 and the Tourism and Beach Vending Act No. 18 of 2001. Renewal of license will commence on August 21, 2023 and continue through to September 22, 2023. These tourism operators include taxi drivers, tour operators, tourism attraction operators, water sport operators, car rental operators, tourist guides. Accommodations includes hotel, villas, guest houses, apartments and cottages. Tourist vendors at Grandin's Craft and Spice Market, Monroe's Beach, Melville Street, Fort Frederick, Annandale Waterfall, Grand Tang National Park, Concord Waterfall, and Bathway. Stakeholders can apply for renewal of the license Mondays to Fridays between the hours of 8 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. at the Grenada Tourism Authority's Quality Assurance Department, Burns Point, St. George. The GTA is working with stakeholders to develop the tourism industry in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. For more information, contact the Quality Assurance Department at telephone number 440-2001 or 440-2872. Or you can email at www.puregrenada.com/quality-assurance.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. We used to ship plenty nectars all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution. We used to use up all the fruits that we had. When the cocoa, nutmeg and banana was at the highest level, now the youth them don't want to take over from the elders and continue. Oh gosh, why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. Lord, Lord, Lord.
Yeah, Grenada, yeah, Carriacou, yeah, Petite Martinique, yeah, everybody. Yeah. What's that noise? You think it's one of my computers that behaving like that this morning? Goodness gracious, Grenada. Yeah, I heard the PM again with what do you call the thing? You got it? Petite Martinique, Carriacou, and Grenada again. He gone back to that again. He probably figured that worked for him in elections, so let it work for him again. Good morning, Mr. Prime Minister. How are you doing? Yeah, hope you're doing fine. And good morning to... This is the first time I've ever seen this, I remember. The first time I'm saying good morning to the Prime Minister. The first time I'm saying good morning to all ministers of government. All ministers of government. Good morning. All you working, all you ain't working. That's the thing, you know. Is to know whether all you're working or with all they ain't working. But let me put that aside, and let me just leave that alone, and let me just continue to be who we are, beautiful people of Grenada. I'm having a cup of coffee, and joining me and having a cup of coffee this morning is my good friend and brother and cousin, Dalton Charles. Good morning, Dalton. What's up?
Good morning. I'm great this morning.
You great?
Yeah, man. The rain start falling again.
I'm getting the noise that I'm not accustomed to.
Coming from this side?
I'm not even sure where it's coming from.
Coming from this side here? There's not the
I really don't know. Just give me a minute here.
One agriculture. Number one. Yes, agriculture is the number one.
All right, so I think I've solved the problem in relation to the noise. It was just the air condition. It happens like that sometimes. Good morning again, Dalton. What's up?
Yes, morning.
How are you doing?
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The rain start falling. Farmers would be happy.
Rain don't fall.
It don't fall.
No, rain. It rains.
It rains. Okay. Yeah, it precipitates.
Yeah, because if rain has to fall, that's tautology.
That's true. That's true.
It rains. So it's raining.
Yeah, it's raining. Yeah.
Beautiful. Nice. That is raining now.
Yeah. I mean, we're not having enough, I find. But we'll soon have...
Stop calling for it. Stop calling.
The farmers are crying. They have to use the pump over time to wet the plants, and, water is agriculture.
Let me ask you a question. Why did they make pumps anyway?
Well, our ancestors started with gravitational forces to transport water with the aqueducts and everything from one place to the next to irrigate. And as knowledge increased, they start realizing,
So they make pumps?
Yeah, they make pumps.
So make it to use, right?
Yeah.
So the farmers complain about. What's the story?
I guess gas price goes up. They have to spend more on gas. The cost of production becomes more
They
expensive.
are going to put it on the lettuce. They're going to put it on the cabbage. They're going to put it on whatever. To recover.
Okay.
And you know what is wicked? Mm-hmm. And I don't call the farmers wicked.
Yeah.
But this is a wicked act.
Okay.
Here's what they do.
Tell me.
A farmer has cabbages.
Yeah.
He has to use a pump to get water to his cabbages.
Yeah.
So the cost of production for that farmer is up.
Mm-hmm.
A farmer has cabbages. Mm-hmm. All right. He is probably using what is called a ram pump.
Yeah.
Which is the one that pushes itself in the river to get the water to wherever. Mm-hmm. The cost of his cabbage is
same price.
Going up to the same price that farmer
I think
is.
He have to follow suit. Now, if he decide to sell cheaper, the farmer that cost is higher than him would be upset. Because he figured now he undercutting his price. But that is where we have to move with technology. If you have the technology available for a cheaper technology, then use it.
But listen to this, my brother.
Yeah.
It is raining. Yeah. There's no need for the pump.
No.
But the price of the cabbage doesn't go back down.
That's inflation for you. Once it goes up...
No, that is wickedness on the farmer's part. That's a wicked act. If you're going to penalize me, and fairly so, with every time the price of the gasoline go up or diesel go up, by all means recover your cost.
Yeah.
And you must recover your cost by selling to me a bit more expensive. I understand that. But when it rains, give me something back.
Yeah, the market force does dictate and determine the price of most price of vegetables. When there is a glut on the market, the price eventually will drop. The scarcity cause the high price sometimes. And
no,
you don't think so?
It's not the scarcity alone.
Yeah,
it's the wickedness.
And don't blame the farmer, because the people that sells in the market, the retailers, would buy the product cheap from the farmers and hike the price 100%, 200%. And the farmers does not really benefit from that hike. So you have to look at it.
You're not speaking the truth.
I'm not speaking the truth?
No.
You don't think I'm speaking the truth? All right, don't be Jacob and ask him that question.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
When the farmers see that the higglers selling at that price, they stop and sell for them. And they go and sell for themselves.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
And that here lies the problem. And we really need a balance and regulation in the industry.
The balance and the regulation is on the bridge close to where I live.
Yeah.
The guy who has the farm on the hill there, you know, he has this little stand by the...
Yeah.
I thank him so much. And I thank him on behalf of every single person who stops there.
Yeah.
Because everything is $5.
Yeah.
Cabbage, $5. Tomatoes, $5. Peppers, $5. Whatever.
$5. Popong or a bag?
A bag.
Yeah.
$5.
I would compare St. Vincent.
If he has to sell popong, I guess he will sell $5 also.
Yeah. And
Popong.
what you get in the bag is more than a pound?
What you get in the bag, you can cook today, cook tomorrow, cook next week, cook the week after. Yeah,
okay,
man.
That's good.
Now you get serious value for money.
Yeah, that's good.
I will say to end, but folks know, I don't even have to tell them anymore. Yeah. You stop by that bridge there once there's produce in the land, the place is stuck. Yep. He doesn't treat it like, well, I guess sale for all that cabbage. No, he knows a portion has to go to that stall there.
Yeah.
And he makes sure that happens. That is what you call a farmer. Not these weaselly bunch of people that are trying to rob people.
Yeah, that's true. And I think if farmers understand the importance of economy of scale, then we will have cheaper product.
I want cheap product.
No.
I want less expensive.
Okay, less expensive product, which is high valued goods. And we don't plant to the economy of scale. So a farmer may plant, where you need to plant 2,000 stool of watermelon to be viable commercial in a small plot, you might just plant 1,000 stool of watermelon.
You know, I didn't recognize that you had that juice bottle right in front of you. Yeah. And somebody sent a message and said, take out that juice bottle there. All right.
It's a bottle that's full with spice.
Yeah. All right. So the person is feeling better now.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So let me ask them. Asking them better now. Yeah. The person said, take out that juice bottle there. All right. Okay. Juice bottle out. Let me see if they're gonna answer. Yes. But no, seriously. The whole aspect of price gouging.
Yeah. It's a serious.
Yeah, it's a serious thing.
It's a serious thing.
It's a serious thing.
Yeah. Like in St. Vincent, let me compare St. Vincent. In St. Vincent, I could have gone to the market with $50 and get every vegetables that's available in the market. You're talking about they sell by the heap, right? And there is $2 heap, there is $4 heap, there is $5 heap.
For what?
For every single thing, you know. And just how you say the gentleman by the bridge, you get value for your goods. You really get value for your goods. So you could go and cook 10 times with a heap of $5 of Edos, $5 heap of Dashin, $5 heap of plantain, $5 heap of yam. Every vegetable and fruit and provision you think about.
What do you think is responsible for that? Because,
again, you have large scale. So you have farmers that only planting Edos, loads of Edos. So a whole sack of Edos would be like $60, $100 a bag. You know, you have farmers that planting only Dashin, and you have tons and tons of Dashin. So you know, you have farmers that only planting ginger. So, like
nothing else.
Nothing else. There's an area in St. Vincent they call shops, and it's right over Kingston. So when you look up at the top of the hills, it's only Dashin ginger farmers that's there, you know, and only ginger they plant. So when those ginger is harvested, they send a lot to Trinidad They send throughout the entire region, but there's a lot of surplus. So you have value, you have good price. You know, imagine ginger here is $12 per pound in St. Vincent, you go and get it for $150 per pound. So there it goes with the economy of scale, and in terms of the production, we don't do that. We plant just limit, so there's always a scarcity. So every farmer wants to make maximum value by selling a high cost. And that's one of the problems. It may not be the only factor, but that's one of the factors.
But how can we get our farmers to understand what you just told me? You see, because what happened in Grenada here is that you have a situation where a farmer has a plot of land.
Yeah.
Now he wants to ensure that he has something to go by every season, kind of. So you make sure you go plant a piece of sorrel, you go plant a piece of peas, you plant some corn, you plant some ginger.
And that's the problem.
And that is where the problem is.
That is the
How
problem.
do we get them to understand? Yo, brethren, take your thing when your thing come, plant corn.
Yeah.
So you alone planting corn, you planting corn.
So he's a corn farmer.
You're a corn farmer.
He's a tomato farmer. And again, too, we tend to follow suit too much. We see a farmer plant a fill of this, and the farmer may say, okay, he earn X amount of money, so everybody follows suit. And they go and plant the same thing as well. But if you specialize into a particular field, and then you have a multiple of the same farmers, then it's now the creative mind where the person processing would have a large, continuous, sustainable supply of that product. So he now could find market for it. And then you would have a steady, sustainable price. And you would be able to earn efficiently from that product. But when you have planting little bit here, there, and everywhere, the person that wants to invest into processing or external market, he would have a shortfall of those certain time he wouldn't get, and he cannot sustain his market, and there lies the problem. So it's a whole chain effect, basically, that I think from the ministerial perspective and farmers, we really need to zero in on those aspects in agriculture, as we're going nowhere. You know, we're talking food security. We would not be able to have a secure food security in that style of farming.
Okay. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, We're trying to get the farmers to do something, understand something different in Grenada. We take a commercial break and we come back. Stay with us, friends. This is Real FM on a Thursday morning, 9 minutes on to the 8 o'clock hour.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantimel in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchen, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Seasons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Seasons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Seasons. Seasons. Express your style with Color by Seasons.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway, St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials, including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel, and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&N Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices. Or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&N Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one.
One of the most difficult things here is to be your own. Is to be your own technical operator. But the amazing thing for me is that when I started off in radio, I was one of those kind of like crack shots kind of people where I could do almost anything. So the engineers at GBC, GBN, they'd let me go with the equipment because I was always with the engineers. So they knew that I could handle the equipment. So they always let me go off with the equipment to do outside broadcasts. And sometimes I go on my own. Yeah. Now, I wouldn't tell you who I went with when I went to there's one person in particular, one of these days I'll tell you, if you ask me, I'll tell you nicely. There's one person in particular when I went to St. David to carry the St. David's Catholic Secondary School sports. I went alone. And I was like, damn, how am I going to do this? Technical operator, carry the sports on your own. So I made all the technical things. I connected to the station, meaning to GBN. Anthony Julian was at work, connected to. And I said, okay, Tony, stand by. And then I saw a gentleman and I said, yo, come and help me do this. And the gentleman was like, but me, you know about that. And I says, yo, you just sit down there and follow my lead and we'll get this done. We got it done. He followed my lead and he followed really, really well. I must compliment him. His name? Nah, I wouldn't mention. I wouldn't mention his name. He's some close, where you live? Hold on, let me oh, I didn't put your mic on. Sorry.
La Poetry.
La Poetry.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. I say no more. I say no more. Anyway, let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on. So we were talking.
We was talking general, but
yeah.
let me just go back to the organization. As chairman of the Isle of Spice Farmers Association, we are inviting farmers to our monthly meeting this afternoon at upper level, starting from 5 o'clock. Our focus would be the distribution of plants that we have, some spices, and we want to give to farmers because we believe in sustainability, and in order to sustain the product, we have to plant it. So come out this afternoon so that we could be part of the discussion, the re-education of our spices and the importance to replant our spices so that we could really claim the Isle of Spice brand.
So your meeting is this afternoon?
Yeah, this afternoon.
At Bain still?
Yeah, upper level.
Let's dive a bit into the whole aspect of the meetings.
Yeah.
You have to spend money for the hall, right?
Yeah.
Do farmers turn out?
Farmers, they turn out, sometimes good, they turn out sometimes poor. But I think looking back at the origin, we really don't understand, and that is, sometimes you want to give up, you know, but the re-education is needed. You really cannot give up. And I think we do not understand the importance of spice. We do not understand the history and the origin of our spice industry. And if we get to understand those aspects, we would pay more attention to the revitalization and the creation of added value to our spices. You know, so that motivates me. That factor really motivates me, you know. Sometimes you want to give up just about 3-4 farmers may show up.
Wow.
You know, but that motivates me, and it motivates me to the curiosity that it's sparking me to really find new products in terms of added value.
And we are speaking just now, Dalton, about a farmer doing a crop.
Yeah.
Is it financially viable for a farmer to say, okay, fine, you know what? I'm doing cinnamon.
Yeah.
Cinnamon only?
Yeah.
But how is he that cinnamon tree takes years,
as you talk cinnamon, this product here.
You hold it to your camera. That's your camera there, yeah. So
Okay.
the people can see it. That's your camera right there, yeah.
This product here is extract from the cinnamon.
Closer to the camera, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's extract from the cinnamon.
Uh-huh.
This product get rid of cockroaches and rodents around. So the way I want to go with that product, the bacon and the bop that is toxic because it is, the origin is petroleum products. And you know, it is very dangerous. This is natural, and it's a product that we could use now to get rid of our roaches in our home. And then there is also another side of it, which is cosmetic. So imagine we start producing those products from our spices, the added value, the value chain. And we have to get the science and understand the importance of the market value for those products from our spices. And if farmers understand the high value that is added to those products, a spice farmer that have 10 and 15 acres of land only in spice, he don't understand that he's a billionaire based on the market value of those things.
Yeah, but you see, he has to wait so long.
3 years?
That's a long time.
No, it's
That's
not
a
a
long
lot.
time
Listen
to
to me. In creating that spice farm, you're planting dasheen, you're planting bananas, you're planting peppers. Peppers is a very high value spice. But pepper, caspin is what they use from the pepper to do all the pain killers that we have is a derivative from pepper, you know. So imagine we creating those products so that we could use, you could understand, you don't have to go into, spices came to, if you look at geopolitics now, when the Venetians lost the trade route through the Suez Canal hundreds of years ago, and in order to recreate, and that's the same thing that is going on now, you know. When the China was superpower, and they had the Silk Road in distributing their products, and that died, and the Indian became the superpower, and they was distributing their spices through the Spice Road. Now, both China and India is redeveloping those trade routes, right? Grenada become Isle of Spice as a result of the governor, at the time the British governor that was in charge of those seeded islands, Grenada, St. Vincent, Dominica, and St. Lucia, when he decided to create that botanical garden in St. Vincent, and he decided to do our research, get from the local bush doctors and the local indigenous people the value and the importance of the plants and the usage, because his sole intention was to ensure that the British soldiers was healthy. And in order to be healthy, they had to be using those products that heal them and keep them in a healthy state. So he created the garden in St. Vincent, which is the oldest botanical garden in our Western Hemisphere up to today. And he also, the incentive was to bring in new plants. And people that brought in new plants was paid for those plants. So that they created that incentive and created that botanical garden where he used as a propagating station to propagate through the region or those 5 seeded islands in the Caribbean, which is Grenada. Mm-hmm. Grenada became the Isle of Spice because spice just catch on, even though we had indigenous spices as roku and peppers and everything. But Grenada catch on with those spices. St. Vincent didn't catch on like how Grenada catch on. And the whole medicine evolved from those spices. Spices is medicine. And we have to understand that and start using our spices in the same effect. We have to now create in this point in time in history where the medicine understand that the synthetic product is have more side effects than benefits. And they are going into the original aspect of the plant. So plant-based medicine is rejuvenating. They say what goes around comes around. Mm-hmm. The British over 200 years ago understand the importance of real organic plant-based medicine and the importance of it. Mm-hmm. Now we should understand.
Are you documenting these things?
Yeah.
Because one of the biggest problems is that all foreparents, they pass the knowledge on orally. Mm-hmm. And then there was a break.
Yeah.
And our grandparents did not pass the thing down as they should have. Our foreparents passed it to them.
Because when it evolved into synthetic products, the European used the propaganda to move us away from our tradition. And we figure what the grandparents tell us is not relevant. But what the Europeans and the whole medical industry tells us about the synthetic product is most important. So we shift into that new technology. But the new technology now understand that they make a big mistake. And they are going back gradually to the natural-based products. So we have to take advantage of it. St. Vincent passed a whole legislation. And it's so sad that in 2008, Grenada, they had that foreign donors that came and said, okay, let us invest in Grenada to do that spice rejuvenation project, and Grenada will be the center for the region. And then nothing happened after. In 2015, where they pump money into the chemistry lab here in Grenada and say, okay, we're going ahead with our spices, nutmeg as the key. And after the money, nothing happened. What is nothing, unless some foreigners can come and give you some assistance, pittance, and say, well, let us focus on that. We ourselves not seeing and understanding the focus and the importance of our spices. So we have to really move away from that selling our spices in cocker's bag and really developing our spices into a serious product that is high value. Curcumin oil is very important and very expensive. We need, and this is what a short-term crop that farmers could grow, the turmerics, and produce those products and sell to our pharmaceutical industry. And you're talking about billions of dollars.
That bottle that you had there for a minute.
Yeah.
Caller, we coming to you. Give me 1 second. That bottle that you had there for a minute.
Yeah.
Pull it up again. Turn it around. What's that I'm seeing? That leaf?
That's a cinnamon leaf.
So with the cinnamon leaf, you can't expose the ingredients, right? Okay, great. But the base ingredient is cinnamon.
Yeah, cinnamon, yeah.
And that is used for, again?
This to control rodents. Rats.
Rats?
Yeah. Cockroach.
So what do you do?
This is one of this is one of the products that I would be doing from those extracts. And there's another serious on the cosmetic side women would love But I ain't really talking about it yet.
Okay, we've got a call. Let's take the call and then we'll probably come back to that. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Andre Donald.
Yes, sir.
Good morning to the gentleman. I didn't really got the name.
His name is Dalton Charles. We realize I said we are originally from up in Zulu, if you know where that is.
No, I don't know where it is.
Good. It's a good thing you know where that is.
Dalton Charles is a Grenadian?
Yes.
You can't tell him we from up in Zulu. Zulu is actually a village, Clifford. It's a village where nobody lives these days, but it's a village up in the mountains going towards Kublal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we are from there.
So let me give him a little history of our family.
Yeah.
So me and Andre share the same grandparents, the original grandparents, which is Zulu. He came to Grenada after slavery with a Chinese wife, and he would have made a lot of children. And so me and Andre is the 6th generation from Zulu himself, and he would have had that estate up there. It's still named Zulu, and one of his sons was named Zulu. So I come from that son.
Under Parkley then.
Upper St. John.
So you're going towards let's say closer to Blaise and Kubla.
Yeah.
Right.
On that side.
No, my calling, why I really call at this point in time is when I heard the gentleman start talking about the things, what they can be used for, and you ask him one question, and I just ask the question, it took me because I had the same exact thing in my mind to ask if those things are documented. And when I heard you say that, I said, oh, the gentleman shouldn't get away with that. If these things are not documented, and now is the time to teach that in the secondary schools to the children now so that they could understand what could come out of this product. So I think you alone in that may not be the right time now. This thing should be in the schools. This thing should be in the secondary schools most proper now, and actually showing what could come from this thing. Because otherwise, our people today wouldn't really go back into this thing. They're not going to take what you're saying until you could document and show. I mean, the farmer today, you tell a farmer go and put on 50 acres of spice, he's going to laughing at you to some extent. Because if he feel that he put on 2 acres of spice, he has to wait for 3 years, what he plant in between there and whatnot. The fact remains is, this thing had to be spelled inside of these young people now so that we could see a total different change in agriculture. All this talk about agriculture, we ain't getting any serious way. So we have to start. People like you should render your service to government and be able to teach those things in schools. It may be too much for you, one, but you will be able to train other persons to teach these things, and that is the way we'll see it move out. But to tell farmers no, a 50-year farmer, a 40-year farmer, and a 60-year farmer, that go and plant, you have land, go and plant 60 acres or 50 acres of cinnamon. He ain't listening to you. So you have to spread these things somehow, but you can't spread it by yourself alone, and you have to use the schools at this point in time. At this time, I'll listen more, but I really hope you take that seriously. That's the only way that message is going to spread.
Let me tell you something, Clifford. If there's one person who is serious about this, it's Dalton. Dalton spends his life he totally without any resources. Sometimes I wonder how he survives, but he spends his life dealing with spices and dealing with herbs. One of these days when you come to St. Patrick, I will take you to his herb garden in the Poetry area.
Okay, but I think it's time for you to get in contact with government, and the thing with the government is that we bring in politics too often when they have this thing. Because if he starts speaking to government, anything, he either has to be an MP or NDC.
I don't know.
And if he's not an NDC or an MP,
he's a herbalist.
Yeah, I just,
But you still have
I'm a
to talk about it just like
Yeah.
that. You are rich anyway, you have to be an MPI NDC.
We are Zulu children.
And, and that is that's where our biggest problem is.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the minister, the farmers representative talking a lot that things that should happen. But if you don't play the political game inside there, they kicking him out, you know.
No, I know.
I'm telling you.
You have to figure that out for yourself.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Clay, for a wonderful one. It's real, it's 91.
Yeah,
You're
let me
saying
just
something, Dalton?
respond to what the caller have said. If we need to look at the geopolitical situation, and what goes around really comes around. The Europeans know where and the importance of Grenada as it relates to spice. So just how we were enslaved hundreds of years ago, they would come back and take our lands and cultivate spice because they know that those synthetics is problem, and they want the original products, original organic products. And if we're not seriously planning how we develop our spice industry, they would come and develop for us, and then we're able to do nothing in this 21st century. And that would be the reality. The medical industry, the pharmaceutical industry is based on our product. You know what Dr. Young did in St. Vincent when he was a surgeon, right? A botanist and a surgeon. And his main purpose of doing the botanical garden was for medicine. And our spices is medicine. And if we understand just that simple reason why the industry was created, and it moved into this big $1 trillion industry in the pharmaceutical industry, we now have to use that knowledge and that information and build it ourselves. And don't be distracted by those grants we get from those foreign companies that want to distract us from and take away the real value of what we have. We have serious microclimates and the research they did on nutmeg that shows like the Grenada nutmeg evolve into and create a special compound that is unique and unique only to Grenada nutmeg.
And that is because of microclimate.
Microclimate. And if we understand the importance of that compound in relation to medicine, we should understand the microclimate throughout Grenada. Even in cocoa, we see the microclimate, how it affects and how it develops our cocoa in different areas. We have to understand, we should understand this and start developing our country based on our microclimate and the importance of those compounds. We have to see that. We have to get the biotechs involved and create the situation where children want to get involved in chemistry, want to get involved in physics, and let us develop the medical industry here. We're now talking about alternative medicine. The world is going into this. We have to see the way they're going and know what we have. And in relationship to their importance, we have to set our economy and our industry based on that.
I have a big one for you.
Tell me.
St. Vincent.
Yeah.
I hope they've been saying it. Morning, all Vinci listening.
Yeah, I think Dr. Thompson, who is the head of the cannabis and the alternative medicine in St. Vincent, he's listening. So he might call.
All right, good. But here's what. St. Vincent, Ganja capital. You don't know that, right?
Yeah.
Do you believe, Dalton, that Grenada, while yes, grow some ganja.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't grow ganja.
Yeah.
Give some license or whatever to grow some ganja.
Yeah.
However, do you believe that Grenada can turn its attention and start focusing and say, you know what? We are going to do this, do it scientifically.
Yeah.
We are going to ensure that at any one point in time in Grenada, we have 10 acres of ginger planted.
Yeah.
We have 15 acres of turmeric planted.
Yeah.
And different spices, cinnamon, whatever. You have different spices. We guarantee that we have these planted.
Yeah.
Would that, you having spent and continue to spend quite a lot of time in St. Vincent,
do
you think that can compete with the whole aspect of the marijuana, would we be on that same level with the marijuana? Would we make as much money as the marijuana?
Yes, as the value of our spices is high value. And while I would advocate for growing marijuana, I also advocate for that same principle of developing our spices in those acres. And marijuana would complement our farms.
Meaning?
When you plant marijuana, let's say as hemp, it helps cleanse the soil from heavy metals in the soil. So if we're talking about organic, medicine has to be organic.
Must be.
Yeah, it has to be organic. So if you're planting, whatever you're planting for medicine, it has to be organic. And you want organic soil. Our problem with the cocoa, with the heavy metals, as a result of we going into those petrochemicals that we put in our soil. So we have to clear our soil. So if we're using cannabis or hemp as the one that would help clean our soils from the heavy metals, then that would have its importance there, and it also have its importance in the medical field. And our organic ginger, or organic spice, with the rejuvenated microclimate condition that produce an even higher quality organic product, we will be the niche spice market in the world. All the other countries that produce spice, they are toxic, But Grenada would be that niche and number one niche country in the world as it relates to spice, because of that less toxic soil that we have. And the microclimate is so rich that you wouldn't understand. We would be the mega, in terms of the economy, we would be a mega economy, just as a relator of the spices.
I must tell you that I've had to share your number this morning with two persons. One is Mitchie. Mitchie's on WeFM.
Okay.
And I know he has a agricultural program.
Okay.
At least, I think it's once a week, not too very sure. But the important thing about Mitchie and this agriculture program, it's agriculture for me. That's the important thing.
All right.
And Real FM, we don't hoard in terms of information and say, okay, no, Mitchie, no, we can't give you this guy. No. Feel free. I want the information to spread. So hence the reason I sent your number to Mitchie, so expect a call from him.
No problem.
And then there's a guy called Spice Ram. Spice Ram is located in, I don't know where he is now. He's all over. He's all over the U.S., in Canada, in the U.S., different states in the U.S. all the time. But he has a online radio station called Noise Radio. And he also asked me for your number.
Okay.
And that I did in terms of sending him your number. So expect a call from him. And I guess they'd want to talk to you about the whole aspect of spices.
Okay.
And I say it this way, the more the merrier.
Definitely.
The more people who want to know about this is better for all of us. And then there's another guy who keeps. I need to send you these.
Yeah.
I need to send you these, and I need to send it also on BJ's phone. Jeez, you me, guy, they coming for you. They coming for you, guy. So where's Dalton? Let's pull up Dalton here first. All right, there's Dalton, and then let's pull up BJ. All right, BJ, I'm going to also send the same thing I'm sending to Dalton. I'm going to send it to you, BJ. I think I just sent it to both Dalton and BJ.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, BJ, you should get it. You should get it at the same time. You seen it?
Yeah.
That's my brethren in New York that are planting weed now. I ain't gonna say which one of my brethren in New York, but
and a basil, you have a basil garden.
Yeah, he has basil there.
Yeah,
All right, here's another bridging out of New York. Like, this is a New York thing this morning. Let's go and see Collins. Good morning.
Good morning, Andre.
What's up?
I'm fine, man. And good morning to your guest, Dalton.
Morning.
Andre, I want to commend you for a job well done. And well, you always, I mean, from
I don't
time to time,
understand.
you always,
You tried to jump me. I always doing good job. What happened there? Cha.
Say that again, Andre?
I say you're trying to jump me because I always doing good job.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
You didn't allow me to finish. Then you would have probably get the best of it. The best of it is in the end.
Oh, okay. I hear you, bro.
Let me give you the best of it now. I'm saying from time to time you always do a good job, but this morning you step it up. You carry it up even further with having this gentleman there on the show. Andre, this thing is so informative. I mean, bro, thank you very much, and I really pray that you continue and not just continue, but the ideas that you're bringing forward really come to fruition, because we need that. We really, really need those type of information and, persuasiveness. And that's why I said I really pray that this thing becomes successful, man, because we need to restore our Grenada the way it was. So, Andre, man, I mean, this one is just, you step it up, bro. You step it up.
Well, look, watch now. I have something for you. Because you tell me I step it up, I have something for you. Say good morning to your brethren, BJ.
BJ, what going on, man?
Morning, boss. I am fine. Happy to hear you as always.
I'm here taking it easy, man. Yo, I'm on the job, but when I heard this one, I said, nah, I gotta come and give my brother a little talk there, even though sometimes, but I gotta give what is due. You gotta give what is due.
Yeah.
I mean, life is like this.
And this
is really, really informative, man.
Collins, this gentleman is from your neck of the woods, meaning that he's some writing poetry there.
Yeah.
Yeah, writing poetry.
Dre, like you only say, we the country people that of the thing.
Yeah, he's some writing poetry there, man. But put it this way, every other Thursday it is, Dalton?
But yeah.
Every other Thursday, you can listen for him here together with Dr. Antoine, and they will continue to speak about spices and trying to promote the growth of the spice industry in Grenada, because we're not doing anything. As a nation, we're not doing anything because we had two cinnamon trees planted and we figured that they call us the Isla spice, and we had two nutmeg and two saffron / turmeric.
Yeah.
We even got the name wrong. So, and we have to understand the name is turmeric and it's not saffron anymore. Yeah. So because we have that, we figure that, okay, fine, we're the Isla spice. No, we're not. We need to do things. Yeah. There's no place in Grenada you can go right now and see 2 acres or even 1 acre of solid planted ginger. There's no place in Grenada you can go.
Right, Andre. While I'm at it, I want to say this. The brother mentioned a while ago that we need to get away from selling our stuff in cocker's bag, and I mean, I couldn't help it but just say amen to that. We need to get away from selling our stuff in cocker's bag, because we're actually giving it for free when we do that. Be it the nutmeg, be it the cocoa, be it whatever it is. Once we sell it in cocker's bag, we're giving it away. And I mean, I'm listening to the brother. Listen, the value in those things is so rich and it costs so much. But when we sell it in cocker's bag, we actually giving it away for free. So we need to move away, bro. I agree with you 100%. So keep doing what you're doing, man.
Go back and do your work before the boss fire you, man.
Definitely. We'll continue.
Take care, Colin.
Go back to work, man.
Take care, Colin.
All the best.
I had one love, good.
Yes, all the best.
You seem to be having quite a lot of connection, because this is Spice Ram now sending me a message here. quite interesting. Say, yo, Jay, I need this program. I need a copy of this program because he wants to replay it on his radio station on Sunday.
Okay.
So you seem to be generating. BJ is generating quite a lot of inches this morning. What's going on? The stars are aligned.
Donald is international.
Yeah.
What's that?
I say
Dalton?
Dalton is international.
Yeah, of course. He's international.
We'll stop treating him like some little corner shop.
Okay. BJ, you see the picture I sent you?
Yes.
Yeah. This
is minor compared to what I saw Dalton himself produce.
Yeah.
Dalton is a specialist.
Dalton, you planted marijuana in St. Vincent, right?
Yes.
And what happened?
The company I was involved with, I wouldn't call a name. Matter of fact, Dr. Thompson is listening, who is the head of the...
Good morning, Dr. Thompson. How are you doing?
Head of the marijuana authority in St. Vincent.
You need to arrange so I could speak to him one day.
Yeah, definitely. We because we're working together.
Yeah,
and we want to develop.
I can speak directly to him.
Yeah. The company went bankrupt.
Bankrupt?
Yeah, well, they filed for bankruptcy, but we're regrouping at the moment.
Somebody thieved the weed?
No. I will tell you what happened. They would have spent millions up front. The COVID came, created some issues, and the other company just run with everything, and they had run into financial problems. But we would have been the first company that got a license in St. Vincent to grow medical marijuana. The company actually shaped a lot of things as it resulted to the legislation in St. Vincent.
I did not know then, but as you're speaking about that now, I remember seeing a picture of you in a marijuana field, and I'll tell you how I remember it was you. You were putting down plastic on the ground so as to limit the amount of weeds that come up between the marijuana trees. Was that you?
Kay would give that picture. I spoke on the radio and they would KB and then
somebody gave me that picture. I came upon it somewhere online with you trying to lay the plastic down so that you don't have to do weeding between, because you already have the weed, so you don't have to go and take out the weeds. Right, BJ?
That's okay.
And matter of fact, we would have, as a company, would have brought in some of the biggest guns in marijuana in terms of seed production and growing from California. One of the leading seed producer in the world. We were in St. Vincent together. So I was in the company of a lot of big players in the international field.
We have a caller. Let's take that caller and hear what that person has to say. The time has now moved on to 29 minutes. It is on the upswing to the 9 o'clock hour. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Donald.
Morning, Bridget.
Yeah, I know you today. I would like to ask Dalton. Now, he has spoken about the value of nutmeg with the pharmaceutical company. However, not too long ago, the Ministry of Agriculture said that they had a request from the pharmaceutical companies that they need nutmeg from Banda.
From where?
From Banda.
Banda?
Yes. Now, the nutmegs, we have various species of nutmeg. We have nutmeg from Penang, Indonesia, but the nutmeg in Belvedere, that nutmeg plant came from Banda. And that is the nutmeg that the pharmaceutical companies are requesting now. Many of the trees in Belvedere was destroyed to plant bananas. But now they are trying to propagate that nutmeg plant from Banda for the pharmaceutical companies. So I do not know if Dalton could enlighten me as to what is the value for the pharmaceutical companies from the Banda nutmeg.
What I do know, just after Ivan, there was some German company here doing research on a particular nutmeg that is of very high value, possibly it's the same nutmeg. And one of the areas that I know for sure, because I went covertly on one of the field trip in the Upper St. John area, and they would have identified some of those trees in that area. returned to that area myself to do just my field research, I would have seen most of those trees that they identified died. So I was very suspicious as to, because what the pharmaceutical company would do, they would identify compounds, they synthesize it, and there is no need, or that's the mistake the European did, there is no need for the plant, so they would ultimately destroy it. I'm not accusing, you know, and whether it is coincident that in that particular area, I think I would have questioned officer that works in the field in the ministry, and he told me they would have said that the reason why those nutmeg in the Upper St. John area died as a result of cattle trampling the area.
Oh, please.
You know, so that have me on the suspicion. But yes, we have that special nutmeg here in Grenada that is of very high value, and it
hold on, brave boy, hold on.
And if that is the way we need to go, we had to present the information in order to develop it.
Identify and present.
So once farmers know that, okay, this is a particular nutmeg is of high value, but we have to do it in a scientific way. See whether or not is a microclimate, or not just the origin of that nutmeg, but the microclimate that is conducive to producing, because microbes in the soil is what enhance certain compounds at a higher percentage than in a different area. So we have to look at all the science and use those information for the development of the industry.
Right.
And if we don't go in that way, we spin it up in mud.
Brave boy, you good with that?
Yes, sir. Because you see now, Belvedere, because of its terrain, became the largest nutmeg producing estate in Grenada.
All right, George Brizan deal with that already. So
when we look at a place like Belvedere, Chantilly, Shadow, we should look there because to see and to rediscover the Banda species. Because that is what the pharmaceutical companies are now requesting. So in those areas, we could have that specific type of nutmeg in this area, because there are addictions to the Belvedere area, so they could have been spilled over. You understand me? And Dalton, in the area of marijuana, okay? When we produce tobacco, right?
Yeah.
Our tobacco was graded as the best premium grade tobacco in the world. And I'm not a smoker, I don't know the variety of ganja, but you will hear the guys who use marijuana will say that nothing to beat the local. What do you take on that?
Well, again, the microclimate is of importance, like in St. Vincent, and there is a lot of multiple factors that would create those environments. In St. Vincent, the first thing I did was research among the smokers where the best weed was grown. And everybody would give me, boy, that area grew the best set of weed, and based on the color, everything looks different on that area. And the area where I from, where I live, where my family from, that area was one of the best area. But on my research in the area, there are multiple factors, and all goes back to the soil and the microbes. And I'm seeing, as a result of certain plants that grow in the area, create that high quality and the amount of sunlight. So marijuana really pick to that high quality based on those factors. Sunlight is one of the main factors, the microbes in the soil. So yes, when you grow local, and Grenada have so much a range of that high quality microclimate condition, we have, and I'm looking at areas in Grenada that would grow so much a high quality marijuana. It's amazing, you know. And yes, local would be the best.
BJ, tell you want to know where you could grow the good quality Cali?
Andre, crops normally grow, all right, in areas that are suited to grow best. Sometimes they just grow naturally on their own, you know. Let me give you an example. For example, the band of nutmegs. That's a nutmeg that the oil content is much higher than the ordinary ones that we normally would grow.
Okay.
I'm really surprised that we are not propagating more of those nutmegs. Andre, we're still wasting time. We're still growing nutmegs by seeds.
Yeah.
We don't have to. We can grow it from the branches. And in that way, because you're growing it from the branches, you're going to ensure that you don't have no male nutmeg. You don't have to wait for 5 years before the nutmeg declare, or 7 years or whatever.
Yeah.
If you grow it from taking a branch off of the nutmeg tree, it will produce faster, because the branch will behave as though it is the same age as the nutmeg tree that you take it from.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't have to wait for all this long time. The root system may be a little less weaker because it didn't grow from a main root. It grows from a branch. But you can't do those things in them. And it's surprising that we don't involve in marketing and those things that are, at a much bigger level.
Mhm.
It's kind of strange. I mean, the guys them who grow ganja, Dalton will tell you that. They don't waste time and grow ganja from seeds,
No.
You do it from cuttings.
Yeah.
So in that way, you get faster production. It's more safer that way, so you hardly get any variation. All of those things in them you have to take into consideration. So farming is no longer, you wait and you get some seeds and you put it in a tray and for example, the guys them who doing tomatoes,
Mhm.
you don't have to buy tomato seeds all the time. You cut a tomato branch and you stick it in a piece of sponge or you put it in a glass with some water and it will send out some roots. And you can plant it. And it will grow much faster and produce faster than if you was using seeds and all
It's
those
just
things.
that we need to start looking at change.
And do it in a more scientific way,
Yeah.
because it's all about cutting back costs. It's all about the speed at which it grows and produces over waiting for a longer period, because time is money in agriculture.
Mhm.
And those are the things that we have to get involved in at a higher level, in a more scientific way. Teach a culture lab, areas that you can have specially designed to produce plants in sterile conditions, so the plants that come out there are totally clean, because you don't want to bring in disease plants in an area and all of a sudden you have disease that you never seen there before. And Dalton was talking about the nutmegs.
Mhm.
Nutmegs do have diseases that can kill the tree and affect them in Grenada here. In fact, they had the technocrats baffled a few years ago as to why all this nutmeg seems to be drying down in the hillside. And what they did was to put drainage, use lime, do all of those things in them, and really not involve in scientific study to come up as to the reason why X is happening. And we just continue to play a catch-up game. We have to be proactive, Andre. We extension officers have to stop going out and watch people farm and wasting time and making a bag of foolishness. They need to sit down in labs and doing research and coming up with answers to questions. I keep saying that, Andre. The role of extension has changed, and it changed a long time. But we still function in this old traditional, manner. We're not getting anywhere with those things. One final point I would like to make, Andre. You hear the technocrats and you hear these politicians and you hear some foolish people saying every day, Grenada small, and you can't think about exporting, and where you going to do this, and where you going to have the factory, and where you going to have this and bag of shit. Andre, where are we nutmeg just be going? Not to produce stuff. Where are we cocoa just be going? Not to produce stuff. Where are we spice just be going? Not to produce stuff. Why we can't do it here? And you say, Grenada small, you can't process this and you can't process that. I drink, you find a song in Jong this morning.
No.
And just some sage tea me drink here.
Yeah.
Sage tea from Jamaica. Black sage,
Black sage.
And they bag it up and put it in a bag and sell it back for us. And this morning some people say, Bitch, you know something? You could have take 2 black sage leaf and put in some warm water and drink it,
drink it.
Exactly.
It's
we have these things on them right here. It's just we wheel.
Yeah.
It's my son sending me a message and saying, finally, Herbs come around. Great topic this morning. We need to start our planting now.
Yeah.
Hey, young man, keep yourself quiet. You're talking about herbs that. What are you talking about with that?
That's a smart person, Andre. We needed to start it a few years ago. We late.
Yeah.
The door is closing.
Yeah.
Nobody want ganja again. You don't realize
but
that?
That's how I was telling Dalton earlier on that we need to. Okay, yes, the ganja is there, but we probably need to veer off a bit and say, okay, yes, wild ganja, and ganja might give you a quick money in terms of what, 6 months?
No, 3 months.
Less than that.
Less than that?
Yeah.
While that is a great possibility and that is good, but the other spices.
And that is why St. Vincent is ahead of us. St. Vincent imagine St. Vincent create a whole industry, a legislated industry with herbs and spices, with laws, the compounds in plant. The plant, I rediscovered a plant, and Dr. Thompson is still listening. I discovered a plant. We thought it was extinct, right? The compounds in those plants, that is the only plant that produces 3 psychedelics. There is no other plant in the world produces 3 psychedelics. That's the only
DJ, look at you. That's what I mean.
Because I've seen that plant, and it's very, very it's a plant that is not plentiful around, and it's something that we should be cultivating because of the medicinal value of it. And we just playing the fool. We're not propagating, we're not cultivating, we're following everything people tell us. That's what we believe. We're not innovating, we're not creating nothing. What happened to us? Andre, in order to earn serious money, you have to set trend.
Of course.
Why do you think some people who sell drugs and things create this kind of pharmaceutical drugs now that is reaping havoc in the US and killing a whole heap of people? And even though killing them, they cannot stop using it, Andre? Because they isolate the compound and they know what's going to cause the psychological effect on people that they wouldn't stop using it. And who you think are doing that? You think is really people who've been to university and all of those things, Andre? No.
Smart people.
Smart people.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say smart with inverted commas.
Yeah. And just an addition to those compounds in that plant is what they are using now for mental health. Look at the value of that industry. That's a $6 trillion industry. And we have those plants that we could now. As I tell Dr. Thompson and them, once St. Vincent become part of the Nakoya protocol, because there is pharmaceutical companies in St. Vincent that had discussion with me, but I just wouldn't release those plants.
Hold it down. Hold it down.
Because of the value. And the thing they could tell me, well, look here, a few dollars. No, for me, it's not about the dollars. It's not.
Hold it down.
No dollar could sway me.
Tell them Zulu doesn't get tricked.
You understand?
Just like that.
So we had to understand the value of what we have and really, really develop our industries and create new industries based on those importance. And the world is at the junction now. Everybody's getting mad, And so we have a lot of people to cure. So we're talking about a serious industry, with our plans.
Mental health in itself, while government and people need to focus in order to deal with all of us because of our mental challenges. It is also a big money-making industry. That's what you just said.
It is. I tell you, it's a $6 trillion industry.
BJ?
Yes, Andre. You think about it seriously. While the window is closing in, we are just trying to reopen it back. Andre, we should be way ahead in terms of a production in relation to marijuana. I keep saying that a long time ago. Ganja, because of where we're coming from with it, needs to be grown under controlled condition, supervised condition. I'm not in favor of growing ganja for domestic purposes or domestic consumption. This is a waste of time. 110,000 people, everybody can get ganja everywhere, all about the place. We have to look at the external market, Andre. Let me give you an example. All alcohol is a drug, whether we want to accept it or not. We have Carib, we have Guinness, we have Stag, we have rum, we have whiskey, we have all of those things in the Andre. What they contain? Even some of we medicine. In fact, I drink some tisane this morning and I'm feeling drunk. When I look on the bottle, 3% alcohol. You understand what I'm saying, Andre? And I don't understand that people, not aware that, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, alcohol was illegal in some states in the US.
Yeah. Moonshine.
You had to go up in the hillside and buy it and hide, and the sheriff coming up there with him man and want to kill you and stuff like that. And the same way they treated marijuana today. And they treated it so in the 70s and 80s and 90s. And now they're talking about legalization, like how they legalize alcohol and all of those things. It's a process.
We have 2 calls. So I'm going to take the one on the landline first because that person been hanging on there. WhatsApp caller, hold the line. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Tell me quickly.
There is a nutmeg plant, or a few nutmegs in a place called Upper Capital. Capital State. And the nutmeg mace is very, very thick and spongy. I knew that sometime they took some samples from there some time ago already. Almost the whole nutmeg is covered with the mace. And it's thick, very thick, spongy. And the marketing, yes, we've been doing a lot of marketing. They did a lot of marketing nutmeg. There's something called the Malarian seedling. I think Mr. BJ will have some idea about that. I think those plants have been planted out. I don't know how well they're doing, but we have something called Malarian seedling, which was promoted here some time ago. Yeah. Mr. BJ, just fast, let me see. I understand that agricultural workers will be getting $60 a day, which I welcome.
Let me say this, Cliff. We're on a particular trend. We have a caller who is waiting to contribute to the same thing. So let's take the caller. Yeah, Bridget?
Yes.
One love. Good. Good morning to WhatsApp. Hello? Caller on the WhatsApp.
Hello, I'm there?
Yeah, you there.
Yes, what I'm telling you. When Clifford, for example, is suggesting that the gentleman should be teaching that in school, we need to understand that the system is nowadays, if you don't have a doctorate or a master's degree, would they be accepting you with all the knowledge you have based on experience in some cases? Would they accept you to teach children this type of thing in school nowadays? Very critical because, it's like you need a doctorate or a master's to be able to do it. I want to know the guy's qualification in that sense. Take care.
Thank you.
Andrew, when I was in College of Agriculture, I'll never forget this. There was some young guys who came back with a doctorate and masters and stuff like that. And there was a man named Mr. Barrett. He used to be in charge of the farm.
From Pearls?
No. That's a different Barrett.
Oh, okay.
And, Andre, the dean of the college, whom I spoke with last night after 30 years, you know what he said? He said, I will leave Mr. Barrett in charge. Even if you have a diploma, there is something they call QBE. So we was like, wow, what qualification is that? And he said, no, it's not a qualification, it's a statement.
It's a statement.
He said, qualified by experience.
Yes, QBE.
QBE. So he said, this is what more than the actual qualification that you get from the academic institutions and stuff like that. Because you can have those knowledge theoretically. Okay. But when it comes to practicing the thing, it's a different ball game altogether. How much people you have sitting in the ministry today with doctorate and masters and stuff like that? I'm not sure if they know the difference between mixed fertilizer and maybe, say, urea or something like that. Yeah.
Went to Jamaica. Got qualified. Certificate in mass communications, yeah? I did not go back to Jamaica. Nor did I go to any other institution, nor did I do anything online. However, having next year will be 35 years experience in the media. Next year will be 20 years running this establishment. I am qualified by experience.
Very much so, Andre. You become a specialist. I listen to you all the time. And if I have to grade you, I'll probably give you 9 out of 10 in terms of running and operating a radio station. And sometimes most people think that you have, and that's what the world is these days, I mean, because of the competition, that you need to have a doctorate or a master's in order to impart knowledge and stuff like that. Andre, some of the most innovative things in the world, some of the richer people in the world, they never finish school.
Everybody who's here, with the exception of Dougal right now, everybody who's here, I basically handle their first steps in whatever aspect, administration, in the media, the two persons in the newsroom there. You know, well, Dougal, we knock heads all the time in terms of coming up with different ideas. He did not start radio with me, but for the past 12 years or so, or even more, he's been with me, and we have developed so many and created so many different things. So I understand exactly what you're saying.
Fundamental national problem, Andre. We don't install people in places based on the ability to do the job, either done by friendship or some political affiliation, or what the end result of those things, Andre, is low productivity, inefficiency, chaos, confusion, Andre. In the absence of installing people, the proper selection and placement of people are the key to good management, you know, Andre. If you don't put the right people in the right place, don't think you're getting anything properly done, you know. And this is the problem we have in square pegs in the wrong hole.
Let me answer the caller.
Yeah, go ahead.
I refuse scholarship that would have given me a full PhD. I'm up to PhD, right? One of the top 10 universities in the world. I do a lot of different research. I research in archaeology and everything. And Dr. Antonio tell me, boy, you should have taken that scholarship. But I do no publication. Hopefully, I really wanted to publish this year what I'm doing. And I might be stubborn based on my grandmother principle. My mother would have won Island Scholarship years ago. And my grandmother refused. There was only 2 secondary school in Grenada, Convent and GBSS. My grandmother refused to send her to St. George's. So I used to ask my grandmother, why you didn't send your daughter Island Scholar? You know? Why you didn't send her to school? My grandmother watch at me and she say, I must take my one child and send her to St. George's for other people, because she had us to board in St. George's.
She would have had to.
So for other people to raise her child, that was my grandmother's statement. But she sent her to Sotes instead to do sewing. So I look at my grandmother as its relationship to Malcolm X. Would you allow your enemy to teach you? And because I'm doing a publication based on
what they are doing,
you know,
and showing what they are doing is wrong.
It is wrong. You know, I didn't want to conflict my whole aspect of my research by accepting college and up to PhD status, where I have to be coming back and critique the same thing. I'm learning something just to have a title, and then knowing that it is totally against my whole principle. So I refuse those scholarships, and because I'm doing my thing, I'm continue to create and see and reveal and discover the real facts against what it is. So I'm happy.
BJ, final thoughts on this morning?
Final thoughts, Andre. We need to develop a country in a sustainable way, Andre. Meaning that whatever we're doing need to make economic sense. It got to good for people and it got to good for the environment. Okay? While we're here, and I'm 70-something years now, and since I'm small, we're shipping nutmegs in bag according to Dalton.
Yeah.
How much specialists we have to deal with nutmegs or cocoa in relation to its, processing it and all of those things? We hardly have any, but yet still we have maybe people in the ministry who study at the highest level, and they come back and what they are studied is not applicable. We need to change the way we educating our people. We need to change the syllabus in the school to suit our country. What we studying to fix plane and all of those things, and then for no plane, no nothing. We sending people to do those things for 4-5 years. Mm-hmm. When they come back, we have to take them and maybe give them a walk and say the electricity company or something like that. So this is the closest that in relation to what they would have studied and those kind of things. While our nutmegs, our cocoa, our spices remain in its natural form. Andre, if you're producing things in a primary way, you cannot determine price. The imperialists outside there, the capitalists outside there knows that. They will do anything to keep you at that level, you know, so they can capitalize, they can manipulate you, they can pay you what it is they want, they can keep you down, they can keep your country at a state where they can influence and oppress you to a certain extent, and they're happy with that. Slavery is no longer physical, it's mental now. Unless we don't have, you know, a change in our status quo, in the way we do things, in the way we operate, we forever going to be having trouble. I go be having trouble, the next generation go be having trouble, and the next generation to follow. And that seems to be the trend. Have a good day.
Yes, it is. We really need to get rid of that mental slave. We are really enslaved, and if we continue to accept those so-called grants from those developed countries, that they are just geared into keeping us in that state of slavery. We have to revolutionize, and we're talking about transformation. We have to transform ourselves and develop from ground up. And we have the basis to develop with our spices. Let us develop it and create that added value and that value chain. You know, government, we may think government could do everything, but the Isle of Spice Farmers Association, we would revolutionize that industry. So we're creating a sustainable movement where we aid the farmer in growing and revitalizing the crop. We're doing the research, we're creating the new products, and, you know, a few years from now, we would be that force to be reckoned with in developing Grenada.
Again, guys, thank you. On behalf of the people of Dalton, we have to do a lot more talk in relation to the spices and encouraging the people.
Yeah.
You've got the meeting this afternoon.
Yes.
You want to remind our listeners?
Yes, our farmers come out 5 o'clock, upper level. We focus on distributing our plans that we have for farmers and re-educating and advising, and collectively, communally, let us help develop. We want to drive into the assistance with farm and farm labor. So come out farmers, let us plan together and work together in developing our industry that we have, Isle of Spice.
Thank you very much, Dalton.
You're welcome.
And remember, you have to expect 2 different
Yes.
calls, maybe sometime today. And
No problem.
I hope that you're able to go on. And if Michi gets in contact with you in relation to going on his program, feel free. Go and spread the word.
Sure.
Yeah, spread the word in relation to spices and what we've got. But don't let him keep you too long. Then you only get for 5 minutes.
And remember, information costs money.
Yeah.
So you need to be careful as to what it is you're giving out.
Yes. Tell me you don't even try that. Anyway, guys, again, good morning. Thank you. Take care. God bless.
All right.
Good. Take care. So this is real. This is 91.9. 91.5 www.realfmgrenada.com. And my name, Andre Donald. And of course, I will be with you. Yeah, I got to come back here to do an interview at around 11 o'clock this morning. So stay with us. We've got news. That's next.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.